Good morning, guys. It's the 25th of May, and we are way behind. Over the last week or so since you've last had a video, I've started digging this area. As you can see, it's pretty grassy stuff. We had all sorts of terrain down here, because if you remember, way back about 5 years ago, this is the location where we built our very first polytunnel, a 10 by 20 polytunnel made out of hoops. And if you remember, the snow brought that down within about a year and a half, and it was from there that we decided to build the big polytunnel, but we learnt a lot of lessons from this polytunnel. But now we're going to use this area for our brassicas, and like I said, we're so far behind at the moment. I'm still trying to dig the ground that the brassicas need to go in. Now, we do have a very large plot, as you guys know, and the thing about a plot of this size, it takes a lot of work to get going properly. So what we're going to do, finish digging this section over here and just up along there, and then once we've done that, we can start building the brassica cage, get a bit of manure on here, just to enrich it a little bit, because it is very, very clayey, guys. This section along here, if you remember from last year, was a manure bed. It was just full of manure, and we grew beans and things in it. We are spreading that across the rest of it, but we've still got a lot to sort of dig out. And as you can see, it is full of cut grass. There's plastic in here. I don't know where this all come from, but we've got this cut grass, we've got bindweed, we've got all sorts in here, so it's taking a long time to dig. And the terrain that that we originally used from all our mistakes has just made digging this even harder, because where it's rotted, it's stopping us turning things over and what have you. But we're nearly through all of that now. We've just got this section left here, and hopefully we'll get this done today, and we'll start building that brassica cage ready to get the brassicas in, because they're in the polytunnel and they're dying to get out, guys. So I'm going to get on with this, and we'll come back to you and have a look at what else is going on throughout the plot. Hey guys, so as you can see now, I've dug it all out, and I'm now going to use a rotivator. It's a Mantis tiller. I borrowed it off Phil. Now guys, I can't stress enough, don't come over here and rotivate something like this without digging it first, okay? There are a couple of little weeds on it, but we'll take them out as and when. But we have dug all this over first, okay? So it's just a case of rotivating it now, and then we can do the shuffle. So and all we're doing this for is to make sure it's all a nice fine till for when we step it down. As you can see, it's getting in there easy enough. If you see any weeds that get churned up, guys, pull them out. Don't just turn them into nothing. Okay, so now we're going to go around, come along the bottom. Right guys, so there you have it. It's just a case now I'm going to go through and just pick up any bags, because there's bits of plastic and all sorts in this, and I don't know why. It's probably that compost we had from Bryn Quarry about 4 years ago, and it's the same in that bed and what have you. Incidentally, talking about the state of the compost and stuff like that, last night on BBC, the programme they have about farming, the name sort of slips me now, but that programme, we're talking about you know, about the state of compost that these council people produce, you know, that they take it to, and the amount of bags in, and they were showing it in fields. Some of you may have seen it, but it's absolutely disgusting that, you know, a company can do that. So all I need to do now, you have to excuse the kids making a noise, is rake it out. So we'll rake this out flat. Again, just relatively flat. It hasn't got to be perfect. And what that's going to allow us to do now is then step it down. And we can then trample it down. Now, I wouldn't recommend walking on your beds once you've done this to them, but in this case, because they're brassicas, they need it. They don't like loose ground, guys. Okay, so you must step this down. Try and remove what you see, mainly plastic in my case, but the odd weed will come through as well. And all I'm doing, I'm just pulling it up. This is stuff we've missed when we've dug. Don't be afraid to walk on it, like I said. Now, what this is going to allow us to do now is get our brassica cage up, because I don't know if you noticed during that, if I can I'll slow the video down, because I think I'm going to have to do a speed up on the video, but during that bit where we were just chuck them on the path, during that bit where we were just rotivating this, cabbage white butterflies flew across the screen. So I'm hoping the camera's caught them, but it just shows already that they're here. What's the matter? Yeah, well, go up there, babe. Let me do it on my own a minute. Alright? Alright. Don't worry about that. Alright. So, yeah. Where was I? Right, yeah. So, it's just a case now of rigging this out. I don't know if you can see here. There's a wooden frame right around. And that was the frame that we used for the polytunnel before. So we've just basically gone to that, and what we're going to do now, we will rake in a load of feed into this. I'm not going to manure it again, because like I said, all of this area down here was manure, and I know it's not all over, but time we spread it across and everything else, it'll do, and the time we put our feeds and stuff in. So that's what we're looking at the moment. Today now is time to get these tomatoes in. As you can see, they're in these pots and they're quite large now. The roots are starting to come out of the pots, and I don't really want to move them on anymore. And now the spreads are outside, because it's got too hot in here. We're able to get this side of the polytunnel sorted. If you remember back earlier in the year, we did a soil test on this, and it had that the nitrogen in the soil was really bad and what have you. So we've put a general fertilizer within it. We've put some 6X chicken manure pellets as well, and on top of that we've put some ammonia sulfate, uh, which is basically pure nitrogen. So that'll sort it out. And we've tested the soil now, and it's all looking good. So this is all ready to go. These haven't been watered today, but they were watered yesterday, and we're putting these this year in a staggered form. Normally I'm going to get some sticks and things in, but because the root ball is quite small at the moment, I'm still able to get these in, and I'll put the sticks in because I want to do a different support system this year. So we'll look at that in the next video when I've got the timber that they actually require. But for now, they're able to go in. They're supporting themselves, so we don't need to worry about it. So I've marked where the first 4 are going to be, and as you can see, it's just a case of digging a nice hole and give it a tap. There you go, guys. You can see it's a really good root system in this. I'm just going to tease out some of the roots out of the bottom so they don't keep going around in a spiral. It doesn't matter if you break them, they'll continue to grow. Now, tomatoes, I'm going to plant a little deeper, but as you can see, there's already suckers on these, so I'm just going to pinch those out because we don't want it to bush. Okay, we're going to treat these as cordons, and this is where you now need to be. Now they started producing these, really vigilant with them, and make sure you keep taking out these little suckers, these little side roots. They would grow into other plants if you were to plant them on. I'm going to take off this bottom leaf and this bottom leaf, and then I'm going to plant the tomato plant right up to that leaf there. And what this is going to do, all these little fine hairs that are on this stem here, they're all going to cause roots to form. Okay, again, we've got another one here. It's quite a big one. Make sure you take them out, guys. Okay, I could put that in a pot now and that'll probably grow. But that's all we got to do here, and we're going to plant this, like I said, nice and deep, and it's going to give us better root structure. There we go. And that's also going to help to sturdy up the plant. As time goes on, we can take off these bottom leaves, but for now they're feeding. And this one is Golden Sunrise, and it's already got its first truss of tomatoes on, so we're going to stick that in there. Okay, so that's the first one, and that's all we need to do with them all now, guys. Go along, and I'm staggering these. If you remember last year, we put 2 there, 2 here, 2 there. I'm not doing that this year. It was just too much to be able to get in the back of, especially when they bushed out. So this year we are sticking to just 1, and they're being staggered. Okay, same thing with this one. Look, take off these bottom leaves and any of the side stems. We don't want these suckers to go anywhere. If they're too small to pull, just leave them in until they're a bit bigger, and then you can pull them then. Okay, and this variety is Elsa Craig. Now, these ones are a little harder to get out because it's in a clay pot. And if you ever have a problem with that, just slide that in, and then it should just come out. This is the one reason I don't like clay pots, guys, but I was unable to do anything about it. Okay, let's see if I can get him. Here he comes. Okay, so plant him nice and deep. Make sure we got no holes, and again, like I said, those tomatoes now are gonna go. Again, that one's got his first truss on. They're gonna get off to a really good start. These pots, incidentally, will get reused. So the next one, and we're going to just repeat this all the way down the line. Now, in the next episode, like I said, I will show you exactly how we're going to support these Normally the supports would be in beforehand. This one's a Herald. Okay, its name is on the tag there, and we just need to give it a plant. Again, nice good root structure. But you can see where they were starting to come out the bottom holes, look. So we just need to loosen these off. There is some bone meal in the ground, so that's going to feed these roots really well. We're going to plant these nice and deep. Just give them a really good start. And there's a nice big one up. This is what I'm saying to you guys. If you can see here, look at that one there. It's like another branch, but just pull him out, you know. And again, another one with another truss on. We're going to plant this one nice and deep again, right away up to that leaf. Don't worry about losing some of the height, because it'll pay you back long term. And there we are, give it a firm in. And that one, oh, so that one is a Shirley, not an Elsa, not a Herald, sorry. Nice and deep. Okay, again, get off these bottom leaves. And we're going to take this one as well. Pull out these side suckers. And you need to be really vigilant with them, guys. You need to be on them, because within a few days you can find yourself have got a brand new stem that you didn't really know you had. Give it a bit of a squeeze. And again, another nice root system. And this is another Shirley, so we can plant him nice and deep. Here we are. And these will absolutely motor on. Okay guys, so we've got a couple of cucumbers in at the moment, okay, and we've got all our tomatoes in. So we've got 32 feet of tomatoes now. I think there's 25 in all. Last year we grew 40 in the same space, and it just wasn't enough room. But by staggering them like this, we're able to get into them and you know, and take the suckers out and everything else. So tomorrow now, I'm going to give these a really good drink, and then tomorrow I'm going to be putting in those stakes that are up there, and then we'll fix them as we need. But other than that, we've got this side done. So, you know, we're on the move. At least the polytunnel is getting sorted slowly. Okay guys, so I'm just going to give you a quick walk around now as well, just to show you what we've been doing. As you can see, there's a lot of mess along here. We still haven't sorted this out. We've got to sort out this area tomorrow, this bed. But I've been concentrating on down here. So we've now dug out, or we finished digging out this, as you saw earlier on in the video. It's the next day now actually, but so we've done this. It's been fed, and it's been trampled back down. So tomorrow I'm hoping I can come up, and I have some scaffolding posts I need to cut down to build a net. Now I've got brassicas that could go straight in here, but there are a few cabbage white butterflies around, so we're not doing that. Over here we've got some Jerusalem artichokes. They're starting to come up. There's all the scaffolding poles there that I want to cut down. Okay, so they'll be doing that. Onions and garlic are all doing fine. We've got some chard and things just in this bed here. Now we had a massive storm. Now the potatoes are only sat here until I can finish this area off. I had to get them out of the polytunnel. Now these were my earlies and they were much taller than my main crop obviously, and the storm, as you can see, has absolutely hammered them, but they're still alive. So I don't want to tie them up. I'm just going to let them keep going the way they are, and we'll see what comes out of them. But they're my earlies at the moment. All this area still needs to be redug, so I've got this little square piece here. I cut it down today, so I'm going to turn this over tomorrow, pull out any weeds that have germinated throughout the rest of it, and dig the trenches for the spuds to sit in, and then we can sort out this path and get some wood chip and stuff like that down. So here we've got all the spuds. Again, these are main crop, and we've got main crop here as well. In these, they'll all be going in there. Obviously they've all been watered now, but obviously that's where we were thinking of putting the bees. I'm not too sure because of this water but's open and the bees may drown in it, and again it's close to the road. If I can find somewhere else, I'll do that. Just for those who've been asking, the bees are excuse me the bees are coming, but I wanted to complete the course first, which I'm starting on Thursday, guys. Okay, so so that's all happening. Rhubarb is still doing brilliant, and all the bushes and things like that. I've got some beetroot and things in this bed, and some beans, yin yang beans. We've got some peas that are just starting to poke through on this bed. 3 different types of peas. We'll get some sticks in these for them to climb up. I'm not bothering with the wire mesh this year. I just want a quick, easy way. The gooseberries are doing really well. So so we've got a few gooseberries on. Quite sharp, these bushes, but we've got a few gooseberries on. The red currants are doing superb. This is all new growth this year. We do have a red scab issue, which is coming from, I don't know if you can make them out on there. There's those little whites, little like white, they like white fly, but they're not. They're a red scab fly or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of them, but I've also got to cut out some of the centres out of them where they've got so bushy because of the sawfly, just to make sure they don't lay in it. But all this is pretty much this year's growth, guys, so so it's all good. Around here we put in 6 roses and they're starting to shoot up, which is all good. This is the side view of the hibernaculum, which you don't normally get to see, and again all that's a mess at the moment, but we're not cutting it down purposely. As you can see, the pond is just down, sort of nestled down here. All our autumn raspberries here, they're all coming up, doing really well, and our summer raspberries are already up and waiting, obviously. The blueberries are doing superb, and in fact the bees are all over them, or they have been all over them today. In fact, there's one just flew past me now. There's one there. I don't know if I can catch him for you. Look at that stinger on him. So I'm going to just leave him alone now. Let him do his job and do his little job of fertilising all my blueberries. So they're doing really well. We've had to net over the carrots because the local cats have been trying to use it as a, because it's all soft, they've been trying to use it as a litter tray, and the problem is now they've dug loads of holes in it last night, which have churned up a load of the carrot seed, or carrot sort of starts, you know, so I'm a bit annoyed about that. The shallots are doing really well. They're splitting really nice now, so so they're looking really good. But you know, so things are moving on. Wurzel is still in pride of place. could do with pulling his scarf down. You'll have to excuse my kids screaming over there. The strawberries are looking fantastic, and we've got loads of flowers on these, and the bees have been in pollinating them, so it's looking brilliant. This is a 3-tier bed. This top tier have actually sunk quite a lot, but this is the keyhole I was telling you about when I made it, guys. Makes picking and dealing with this type of bed really good, and you can have hundreds of plants in an 8 square foot bed. But because I can walk in here, I can access any of this bed from within it, and it just makes life a lot easier. So we've got the 2 beds of strawberries this year. We'll keep in the plants in this one, but we're gonna get both of them, and all the plants in this one are going because they're in their 3rd year now, and we'll take runners off them to populate that one. But I mean, we should get our best year out of this one. But I mean, look at them already. So we're looking for bumper crops on these. So it's all good. This was the herb bed. It's absolutely jam-packed. This is last year's celery that's still in there, guys. It's just doing... I'm going to leave it and see what happens with it, to see if it bolts or not. Up into the polytunnel now. It's a bit tidy, and your Tina's been hard at work. We've got 2 giant cabbage there that I want to put out. We've got to get them out quite soon. We've got a load of courgettes, pumpkins and things along here and here. This is what I want to show you guys. If you remember, in our first sowing of sweet corn, we had the 5 up. We've only got 4 left. Yeah, alright babe. Our second load of sweet corn actually got eaten by the mice, and this is the 3rd load. And I'm filming a sec, babe. What's the matter?
Filming.
You want to be on the film? Look at the state on you.
Hello.
Say hi.
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 Welcome to Tony's Allotment.
Welcome to Tony's Allotment, is it, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you,
I love you too, babe. Thanks. Yeah, so you want to say hello to you? Go on then. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right. Okay, alright. Go on then. I want to play a minute then while Daddy's finished filming. So this is the 3rd batch of sweet corn, and as you can see, they're all through. So now we have, I think, with them all, about 32 sweet corn to go in, which is good. We got a load of sweet peas in these 2 trays here. I wasn't going to grow them this year, but my mother had those spare, so that's good. The thyme and rosemary that we dug out of that, look at this. It really needs to go back in, but that is absolutely gorgeous, and the smell that this gives off is stunning. And rosemary that we took out as well off a cutting. That's ready to go with some lamb, I think, guys. We had some poor germination again on the yin yang beans in here. We had 4 beans out of about 50 trays, so it was really bad. However, all the other beans that we planted have done really well, so they are busting to get out at the moment. Likewise with all the brassicas, as you can see, some of the leaves are starting to turn colour, and we really need to get them out because they're not getting fed properly in here, and what have you. Same thing, with our leeks, we've got to plant them on. We've had peas that have gone over because they've been in here too long. In fact, they've even got peas on them, so but we'll just keep watering them and leave them as they are. But there for the moment, they're not hurting us. There's a load of other stuff that have been eaten by slugs and things like that. We've got some spare tomatoes down here, which are small, and some more oca. These were backups that I planted because we lost some of them to the frost, so we'll fill in the gaps with those. Over this side, we've got 4 cucumber. Okay, they're a bit small at the moment, but they'll go. And then all the tomatoes, and as you can see, at the moment there's no supports in. We are going to get them in tomorrow. I've just got to go and buy some 2x1, and I'll show you that in the next video what I'm doing there. And again, all our peppers are in this middle bed here, so they've all got roughly around about 2 feet to grow. So that's all good. Chickens all doing well. I'll take you over there now. There's my exchequer cockerel. Hello, boy. Yes, babe. Oh, nice.
I found this for you.
Okay. Let Dad finish filming a minute then. So, yeah, so all the chickens, as you can see, guys, are doing well. Our cherry trees and things are doing. This cherry tree was planted from when we bought from Pound World last year, and it is absolutely massive. Look at the size on it. There is 2 cherries on it though, so it didn't really flower that well this year. But I'm assuming that's just down to the fact it's grown so much. So I mean the trunk is about 3 times the size of the others. So what I'm going to do this year, I'm going to scrape the bark from around the bottoms, and we're going to give them. I'm going to dig down just a little bit, and I'm going to give them a really good mulching with compost and manures and things like that. So that's really about it, guys, to be honest with you. I've turned the compost and things like that. So it just seems, there's lots to do. Like anything else, I seem to be sort of taking a step forward and 10 steps back at the moment, as a lot of you guys are. Just want a quick update on the pond, because we're not going to cut this down for a few more weeks yet. And but we've been asked for an update on the pond. Well, this is the pond as it stands at the moment, guys, and the fish are doing really well in here. They're loving it. Still looking green, and we still haven't had a chance to sort it out yet, but there's a little fish there, look. But it is doing really well. What I need to do though, like I said, is eventually cut everything down here. We've still got to sort out behind the back of the polytunnel. It's a mess at the moment. I've got bags and all sorts just sort of stuck there, as you can see, where I've been opening up grass clippings and things today. We took the compost out of this one. Remember, we turned it in the last episode. It's been turned again now, and it's in there with a load more. All the grass I cut down from over there is mixed in within it. All the dock leaves and stuff are all in there. So, but obviously the roots aren't. So it's all mixed up well now. So we're hoping that that'll carry on breaking down. And that's about it, guys, to be honest with you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, it's this is a time of the year that you have to really sort of get into it, and it doesn't matter how much work you do, you tend to be sort of going back. There you go. It's Tina carrying Wayne around. Tina doesn't like being on the camera, so excuse me shaking her around. It's as still as I can get you. That's why you don't tend to see her, guys. She when I was filming yesterday, she disappeared every time I was filming, like she has today. So so don't be surprised if you don't see her. Say hello. Hello. Welcome to Tony's Allotment. Okay, guys, I'm gonna knock it off there, and I hope you all have a great day. I will see you in the next episode.